Hey, I ain't no critic, but I like the movies. So here's a review. Hello, all you huggable lollipops. I'm Joseph the Huggist, and today I'm playing hashtag Kill All Zombies. And I'm going to be reviewing, in quotation marks, the new Bill Murray, Adam Driver movie, The Dead Don't Die. I just saw it at AMC maybe 5 hours ago. And today is currently, of this recording, is currently Father's Day. Which was the perfect day to go for that movie because in the theater that I go to, it wasn't in one of the main theaters, but it was in a room with capacity of 38 people, and there was maybe 4 seats that were empty. So for a comedy, that's exactly what I like. I want as many people in the room as possible to share in the experience, and because of that, laughter is infectious, and more people equals more laughter for me, and it's a better experience. I don't know how, but one of the few seats that was empty was right next to me. Lucky me, right? So, the plot of the movie, courtesy of IMDb.com. The peaceful town of Centerville finds itself battling a zombie horde as the dead start rising from the grave. And it's in the comedy genre, and it's a very deadpan comedy. It's very dry. It's extremely witty. There wasn't any moments where the entire crowd was laughing uncontrollably. There's a lot of laughter of chuckles. There was a lot of chuckles, and I was probably the biggest one in the theater that was chuckling the loudest. There was a lot of great sign jokes and a lot of subtle humor that I really appreciated. But in the grand scheme of things, from the last movie I saw, which was MIB, and this movie, MIB actually got more laughs. It was fewer people, but more people were laughing uproariously. I did not say that word right. And unlike the MIB review that I just did, I recorded the gameplay footage beforehand. And I like doing the gameplay footage only because it's a nice background instead of having me doing a talking face right in front of you. I don't mind that. It's just basically a podcast with my face on there. At least there's something on the screen. Alright, so times I lost interest was 5. And it was pretty simple. I'm going to skip straight to this part. They were all my least favorite scenes. It was every scene that had the kids in it. They didn't add anything to the plot of the movie. They spread the message of the director, but they didn't really add anything to the movie. Those were the times when I was wishing the movie to end and was falling asleep. It definitely drags on. So my next question is, how did it look? It looked great. I loved the way it looked. Everything felt like a small town, and I live right outside Chicago, and I grew up in what I thought was a smaller town, like a smaller city. In actuality, I grew up in a pretty big city area, and I've gone to small towns now that I've gotten older, and that's exactly how they feel. It was spot on perfect. I appreciated that atmosphere. The sound was great for the vast majority. My favorite part is how many times they kept on playing the song "The Dead Don't Die," which was one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, as it came up a lot, and it was a running gag in the movie. And there's a lot of fourth wall jokes or fourth wall nods to the fact that they know it's a movie. And that was one of them, is that song. And the very end of the movie, after the credits go, they start playing the song again, and I think I enjoyed the song being in the movie more than the movie itself. Because I was in my seat and the credits are rolling and there's no post-credit scene or anything. There's no reason to stay except to give the people the respect that made the movie to stay for the credits. And I'm just listening to the song, completely relaxed in the seat. It was great. I love that part. So, the three actors / characters I want to talk about is... First is Officer Randall, played by Adam Driver. And to be perfectly honest, it's the main reason why I went to go see this film, is because I like the Star Wars films because of Adam Driver, and I like, I can't remember the name of it right now, this last Spike Lee movie with him in it, because I think he's a pretty amazing actor. Really interesting. Whoa, that was awesome, the hex thing. And I think he's pretty amazing. The movie speeds up when he's on screen. It's more interesting. I have nothing against his performance. I would have wished when he killed his first zombie there would have been a lightsaber joke in it, but whatever. There is a nod to Star Wars in the movie that is actually, at the time it's not so funny, but after you see the movie and after you think about it, it becomes hilariously funny. Whoa, that is like Flash right there, how fast he's going. I would have appreciated a lightsaber joke. There's a nice Class A joke in there, though. Actor number 2 is Chief Robinson, played by Bill Murray, and he's fantastic in this movie. This is the first movie I've seen him in where I actually really like him. I'm not the biggest Bill Murray fan. I've never been a fan of dry humor as much as I am like any other type of humor, but he is a master at that. And there was a lot of the funniest parts of the movie were all him. I thought he was great in this movie, and it's one of the second reason why I went to go see it is because one of the actors from the Ghostbusters was in a movie with one of the Star Wars actors, and it was kind of like a nerdgasm. Now, actor number 3. Now, once the movie slows down from once Bill Murray and Adam Driver aren't in it, but every time I saw Donald Glover in the movie as Hank Thompson, I got like distracted. I started thinking about whenever I saw him. Whenever I saw him, I started thinking about Lethal Weapon more than anything else. And it was actually kind of distracting for me because I love Donald Glover. I mean, Danny Glover. I love Donald Glover too. I'm sorry. Danny Glover. I'm doing 3 things at once right now, and it's not working out so well for me. I love Danny Glover, but I got distracted with him in the movie. Mainly because there was a lot of talking in the movie, and when I think of Danny Glover, I think of an action star from Lethal Weapon. It was distracting to me. Whatever. The actor number 4 I want to talk about is I don't know her name, and I was trying to look it up, but I couldn't find it. New encounter. So the mortician, her character name is Zelda. Can't remember her real life name, but that was when Glover and Murray aren't on the screen. She's the only other interesting part of the movie, as her character is so odd. And you find out there's something really special about her. And you find out later in the movie. But she's so odd. Like, her movements are so weird. It's almost like you're playing an old, like, Pac-Man, and she turns so weird. I love her. So my most favorite scene in this movie is Adam Driver and Selena Gomez after that part. I was laughing uncontrollably at that part, and I was the only one in the theater laughing at that. And I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but Driver even says in an interview that his favorite kill in the movie was Selena Gomez, and after seeing the movie, I understand why, as it's my favorite part of the whole movie too. Alright, so my thoughts on the movie. Do people from Cleveland look like Selena Gomez? I don't really know. I've never been to Cleveland. I plan on going one day to see Progressive Field, but I'm not sure. From like other shows and movies and stuff, and like comedians, like Cleveland gets a bad rap, and apparently the people are there aren't that good looking. But if they look like anything like Selena Gomez, who's from Texas, I believe, I'm moving to Ohio, because man, I would have believed she was from any other state. And my second thought is, what is up with the kids? I'm regurgitating this, reusing this. What is up with the kids? They don't add anything to the movie. They go off to hide near the end of the movie, and then you never see them again. They add nothing to this movie. It's frustrating when you set up like anything, and they're there to give the director's message. They're not subtle about it. Is the owner of the gas station, Bobby, in love with the delivery driver? Because he is looking at him very hard. I know later in the movie he gets super, like, he follows Selena Gomez out into the outside. But the way he was looking at the delivery driver was, like, the entire time I was watching this, thinking to myself, man, he is in love with that guy. Which is fine. The delivery driver is a very good looking man. Still, it didn't feel like he was just waiting for knowledge, from my point of view. In this zombie movie, I timed it. It's 29 minutes until the first zombie appearance in the movie. I just thought that was interesting. It's a very slow-paced movie. It's fine. I do appreciate Adam Driver in this movie knowing the rules to be a zombie and immediately going to it. They're zombies. I appreciate that a lot. I was saying in one of my earlier reviews that nobody's watching, which I don't really care. I'm doing this for fun. That how come nobody guesses zombies when they're so much slower, the zombie attacks and all that. Now, in this movie, that like he goes to zombies, and I know in the later in the movie you find out why, but still, I appreciated that. It's like that's where he went. So if I was to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 5 for me. It's nothing special. It's enjoyable. It's not a bad movie. I'll probably, in a week from now, I'll probably forget a lot about it, except like Selena Gomez and others. But it's a 5 for me. I liked it. It's not bad. It's not amazing. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much would I recommend it to someone? I'd recommend a 2. Like, it helps if you're an AMC A-list member, or if you go during matinee. But there isn't a lot of showings from what I see. And I'm pretty sure in like 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now that this movie will be out of theaters completely. But I honestly saw it and I liked it. Nothing bad to say about it, except the kids. The kids are awful. They really don't add anything to the movie. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about The Dead Don't Die. Let's just enjoy a little bit more of this gameplay right here. Normally when I record gameplay footage, I record like at least a half an hour to 40 minutes because I feel like I can talk about movies more than I actually do. This one I actually kept it pretty close to my estimated time. I have 23 minutes of footage and we're at the right near the 17-minute mark, so that's pretty good. This game was fun. I would play this a lot more. I'm no good at it. Suck ass at this game. I'm sorry, I swore. Please don't hate me for that. It took me a while to learn how to shoot though, because I thought you were supposed to push the right button, analog button down when you're actually just supposed to point it in the direction you want to go. Have a lot more retro games. I grew up with Sega and Nintendo, and I'm used to hitting them, and PlayStation 1 and 2. I'm used to hitting the button instead of using the analog stick to shoot like that. I think this is a PlayStation Plus free game, which I've never really tried out. Oh, I died. Well, with all that being said, thanks for watching the review. If you got to this point, I appreciate it, and I hope I'm getting better at these. I'll hug you later. Bye.